All right, one of the actors went on Comedy Hype and said that Lauren London and Jonah Hill did not actually kiss in the marriage scene that ended the movie You People on Netflix. Okay, I'll give you a review of the movie too, but let's talk about them not kissing. Now, before I watched the movie, the director, Kenya Barris, whatever his name is, he is absolutely garbage. I don't like nothing that he do. Grownish, Blackish, the TV show he had on Netflix. He is absolutely terrible for one. And I don't know how it goes if it's his decision to drop a movie about a biracial couple, which the Hollywood is pushing that hard right now. Even seeing the commercials, they pushing that real hard. Or was his decision to drop that movie right before Black History Month and to go on during Black History Month? I'm not sure if that was his decision, but I don't like nothing that he do. And no, I don't like Grownish. No, I don't like Blackish. And historically, I used to love TV shows that he's trying to build off. I just don't like his shows. I don't like nothing that he do. You People was the last straw. I tried to watch. Tom tried to tell me to watch his TV show on Netflix about his family. It was atrocious. Couldn't even watch an episode. But then again, you gotta understand, I like The Wire, I like Family Matters, Fresh Prince, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So it might be just a disconnect. He did do Girlfriends. I mean, I wasn't a show directed towards my age demographic at the time, or my species being a male. But yeah, I'm like nothing that he do. But about them faking the kiss, I could believe it. They had no chemistry. That's what they said before the movie. I heard before they did the movie, they had no chemistry. That is an absolute fact. They had zero chemistry. It didn't feel like a good balance there between them. You kind of know how Carl and Harriet had a good balance between them on Family Matters, and you couldn't even tell that he doesn't even have any children. He's never been a father to this day. So, kind of a nice balance, bro. They ain't have it. It didn't seem like they was, they took time to go out, know each other, see how they do it. Only like they did a casting call together, or they did a, or they didn't read their lines together. It seemed like, they gave her the role because she was Lauren London, and maybe they feel sorry for what she went through with Nipsey and Jonah Hill just based off his name. Somebody who say, well, he don't want to do no more. He didn't want to do Super Bad again and stuff of that nature. You just like, that's you good. You trying to do serious stuff. He aged terribly too. He looked horrible. Like his age going with Lauren London, she still looked like she could pass for her 20s. He looked like he well in his 50s. He's like a sugar daddy, tricking off with a young black girl. So it don't even look like you can remotely imagine them going together. Like, if you was Jonah Hill, even with all this money, you can never get somebody like Lauren London. If you Lauren London, no matter how bad you on your knuckles, you go mess with a dope boy that's selling crack in the, Section 8 apartment before you mess with Jonah Hill. But, like I said, it didn't surprise me that the kiss was fake. They had no chemistry. It seemed like it was uneasy when they was doing scenes together. They didn't, and then she's not a top-graded actor neither. Jonah Hill, he probably tried his thing. He's a good actor. When he in The Wolf on Wall Street, he's a good actor. Comedy, he could do some serious stuff. Was he in Moneyball or whatever the one was about the baseball team? He can act. But Laura London just didn't seem like she was willing to get into character to be with him, and it had to be her, because Jonah Hill, he's a great actor. But it had to be her to really, make it work. That was the missing piece. She wasn't feeling it. Like, I could just never see me, no matter if I'm whoever I am, I can just never see me stooping down to that level. That's kind of how she said, like, that's beneath me. And maybe Shannon Tatum would have been a better fit, but then maybe they felt it wouldn't have had that comedy twist to it. But Shannon Tatum, 21, 22 Jump Street. So, somebody else, obviously you can't go get prime Ashton Kutcher, probably would have been a little bit better. Him had already been in that role, with Bernie Mac, Guess Who, I think that was the name of them. They had to get somebody else, bro, to be in that role. Or you had to change out Laura London. you know. Um, and that was the key. We had to probably change out Laura London for somebody, even with not Sanaa Lathan. What's the Zoe Zalata probably would have been a better fit. And I think she was in Guess Who too. That's probably why I'm kind of thinking about it so much. You know what I'm saying? Somebody a little bit older, more mature, more experienced acting. It's just that, she couldn't get in. But them not kissing, that would surprise me. Like I said, they don't have any chemistry the whole movie. The movie, just to get into the review, the movie was uncomfortable to watch. It wasn't an enjoyable uncomfortable at the edge of your seat uncomfortable. It's just uncomfortable to watch because they had no chemistry. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like Nia Long didn't really play her part the way she should have played her part. You know what I'm saying? So, her and Laura London, it's like Nia Long was just like, she just tired. Oh, my feet hurt, my back. Like she had her, it just wasn't like Nia Long and Laura London, they didn't do their part to really make the movie what it could have been. Eddie Murphy did a good job, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like it could have been more from Eddie Murphy too. It could have been like he could have done more, but then again, when everybody around you ain't doing your job, you expect the A-list actor and Eddie Murphy's caliber to do more. And Dolomite is my name. He did a lot. He shined. But Wesley Snipes and everybody else, you know what I'm saying? They supported him. Where it was a great overall movie, and I laughed the whole movie. It was a great movie. It was a great movie. I laughed the whole movie. And then you go in and you look at this movie, it was really him carrying it. And then if you probably wanted to get more, you probably should have got more out of Mike Epps in the movie, who did a great job too. And his limited role, Deion Cole and his limited role, it just wasn't a good mesh. I felt that Jonah Hill parents, they played their role. That was the best part, was his parents, his mother played their role, his father, they did what you would think, in a comedy they would do. They probably was the best thing about the movie. And that was the most natural and organic thing about the movie, was Jonah Hill's mother and Lauren London. That was the best in character Laura London was in the whole movie, because that's a real thing. Like, I'm gonna get around white people and meet white people. That's kind of how you imagine it would be in general, with a comedian twist to it, or a comic twist to it. That was the most organic thing about the movie. Her pulling off the girl from City Girls wig, her little hair by mistake, her ass, bringing up police brutality, and it was just, and then also the movie wasn't detailed enough for me. It's just kind of like they met, he got into her wrong and thought her car was Uber. It wasn't. They met, they kicked it off. It really wasn't it really wasn't a good it wasn't really a good build to the climax. You know what I'm saying? How you get to a point in the movie where you build up to something that's the peak of the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like a real fast climax, a real fast build to the climax. And then when they got to the climax, and then they end up breaking up with each other, you know what I'm saying? Then it was a real fast, into the movie where, Eddie Murphy figured out he was treating, Jonah Hill character wrong. So, they called it, they got together, they got married so fast. It was just like, it wasn't detailed enough. And mainly the chemistry wasn't there. Laura London wasn't comfortable with her character being Jonah Hill, boyfriend, fiance, husband. Okay. And Jonah Hill looked too old to even be with her. So it was up to Laura London to make it work. And I don't think she can put she can do it. But Laura London character and his mother, Miss Shelley, they did a great job. That was the best acting. That was the best part of the movie, is Eddie Murphy, being pro-black and all that shit. And it was, Miss Shelley and Laura London character, going through the awkwardness, and his parents going through the awkwardness with her. That was the most organic and funny, and the most thing other than Eddie Murphy than it was. And even Eddie Murphy scenes just seemed to kind of be brought down because Nia Long just didn't have the energy to balance. And even when she did, like, hold up, you know, it was like, you know what I'm saying? It's like her and Lauren London wasn't in it. One thing I'll tell you about black women, bro, when they don't want to do something, what's funny is when they drag us to do shit, we gotta, you know, smile, we gotta be on our bed. When they don't want to do nothing, you can tell. You can tell by their face. You can tell by their face. They not gonna do it. They not gonna get into no character. You know, they not gonna unless you drug them up or you drink them, get them drunk, or you get them drunk, or you know you butter them up with a gift or something like that. But you know, you ask them like, "Man, I need you to do this for me. I need you to do it to your fullest extent. You know, I need you to be here with me." And they like, "All right, I'll do it." And then it's just like walking on hot coal. It's like they got foot pain all day. You know, and that's kind of probably why I just, when somebody don't want to do something and they like, I'd be like, fuck it. If I gotta move a couch, I done did it by myself. If I got and I don't can't depend on you. I gotta move a couch by myself and move a washer dryer to the basement and bring it up. I figure that shit out. You know, I willing to, because motherfuckers don't want to help you. They don't want to help you. They don't want to do something. They don't want to do nothing. So I don't want to talk you into it, and you don't want to do it. Only place you do that stuff with your kids, 'cause they ain't got no choice if you got kids. Or you got people living with you. But yeah, I ain't. But yeah, it was like they didn't even want to be involved. So, I mean, it is what it is. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Hit the music entertainment playlist. Hit the movie review playlist. If I had to give it a scale of 1 to 10, I would probably give it a 3. It was terrible. But hey, it is what it is. I did watch it, but it was very uncomfortable, movie, that really didn't have much excitement or much camaraderie in it amongst the actors. So hit my link tree. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.